Welcome back to Supremely Black Podcast. It's your co-host D Rose. What's going on this week, fella?
Man, ain't nothing shaking, man. Everybody good. You got the phone, so family got a family member that's down a little bit, but just got the phone call that they're gonna be okay. Doctor said they're gonna be back at 100%. Gonna need a little bit of therapy, but outside of that, man, everything has been good. Man, the weather has finally got above 90 in Tennessee, and boy, hey man, you get that first touch of 90, man. Hey, you've been rolling the 70s and 80s, and that joker hit over that 90 mark for the first time, man. I mean, it's a different type of heat to your body get used to it, boy. I feel like I was back out in the desert this weekend. What be going on with you, Spirits?
Nothing much. All is well with me. So, just been taking care of my little one and everything. My daughter was born on the first, so just doing that or whatnot, and taking care of my little one, and then in conjunction with my other three, and just trying to get some rest when I can. Dealing with waking up every couple of hours and stuff. But other than that, everything's good. She beautiful. She beautiful. She healthy. She good. So I couldn't ask for nothing more. Mama.
Congratulations, mama healthy, mama good.
Yeah, she good.
Congratulations and welcome back to late nights and early mornings.
Listen, yeah. Well, congrats. I'm extremely happy about the safe delivery. Life is good on my end. I must ask though, man, did you get snipped? Is you done shooting? Are you still with the Warriors? What's going on, Spirits? I mean, is that you done or what?
No, I'm done. I'm done. I ain't get snipped yet, but I'm done for sure.
Word is, after 6 weeks, he back in the gym crossing folks over, man.
Right. Yeah, man. But yeah, now life's good, man. I really can't complain at all. Flake, you talking about that 90? We've been seeing that for a little minute in Houston, on and off, but it's been consistent. But it's the storms now. We entered hurricane season, so we actually just got fresh up out of the storm. I thought I was gonna have to tell y'all you're gonna have to excuse the lightning and thunder that was going on about 30 minutes ago, but I guess it blew over for right now. But like I said, man, life is good. I couldn't begin to complain if I wanted to. Hey,
y'all got that, bro. Hey, the first time I went to Texas, I seen folks with limo tent on their windows on the house. I said, "This ain't the place I want to live in right here." Well, if you get that hot, you got limo tent on your house. Nah, play, I'm good.
It's hot for real down here. Like when people be talking about they finally getting the summer and spring, I'm like, man, listen, it's just heating up down here. Like it was like 95 the other day, bro, like Saturday. So I didn't get used to it now after 4 years, but everything good. We could jump right into it, man. I know you was wanting to speak about Mr. West.
We ain't talking about Kanye either. We talking about Dr. Cornel West has came out and said he is going to run for president in his next election. He is not running as Democratic side. He's not running as a Republican. He said he's running as the People's Party, which would be an independent party that he would run for in this upcoming election. He would be, if I had to compare him to anybody with his style, he's going to be Bernie Sanders. He's going to be following for that. The health care, the college tuition being reimbursed, or either not having college tuition, he will be a part of that. And you can hear some of those things coming from him. As some people say, we didn't, with the first black president being Barack Obama, and we didn't get enough from him. Please believe, Dr. Cornel West get in there, it's gonna be some stuff strictly for black people. He is all the way pro-black. I mean, just going off the history of him. I can't say what's gonna happen once he get in there, but going off the history of him, I would have to imagine it's gonna be some things in there strictly for black people and to invest in Black people and get some help for Black people or whatnot. So what are you guys' thoughts on that? Mr. Dr. Cornel West, I don't think anybody seen this coming. It was just like a surprise. He dropped a video like Beyonce dropped an album and was like, hey, I'm running for president, just like that.
Well, I'm just going to give a little backstory of who Cornel West is, because some of our listeners may not know who he is. Some may, but just so people get an understanding of who he is. Cornel West is an American philosopher, political activist, social critic, actor, and public intellectual. He's also a professor. I can't remember what school he's a professor at right now, if it's still Harvard or if it's a different school. But I know he does have his AB from Harvard University and his MA PhD from Princeton University. So he's well educated and well versed. He is a political activist for Black anything and everything for the most part, and he represents the equity and equality of and moving the progression of Black lives and Black culture in America. And so I just wanted to give that backstory. How do I feel about it? Right now I'm indifferent. Like it's good that we have somebody who is taking a stand and deciding to run for us. But again, you never know what's what until you start hearing what they running on, what some of their political agendas are, what they want to do, and then also what that money look like from the donations, because that matters. So he can say he running, but then he could be out of it in a month or two of his campaign just because them donations ain't coming in like he wanted to, or he just nobody's backing him. And so if you really don't got the money coming in, you saying that you running really don't mean a damn, because at the end of the day, without them dollars coming in, you really don't have a shot at running. And so I would like to see what it looks like in 2024, how it looks, I guess, closer to the end of this year, when it get to October, November and everything, and what his stance and how he's looking financially from that aspect to really decide and see if he really got a dog in this fight or if not. But I do like that he has put his name in the pot. I like what he stands for most of his stuff. Nobody's perfect, so you ain't gonna agree with nobody 100%. But from me knowing him and listening to some of his speeches, reading some of his books and everything, I do love that a man like this has decided to put his name out there and to stir the pot a little bit and get people talking about it. So it's a good thing to have out in the ethos, but we got to wait a little bit and see what else matriculates from this. But I am excited that his name is in the pot.
I would have to agree with both of you all on it. I think is, from both sides of it, from the business side of it, of course, if you don't have anybody backing you, it's going to make it extremely tough. But to see somebody as passionate as he is and as progressive as putting our people first, I do want to see how America is going to react to having somebody that is as influential as he is in that space. And I think that would be helpful. And I particularly like that he's going at it as an independent route and not picking a side of Republican or Democrat, because I think in this time in America, it's enough division within that, and it's time for something fresh and new to come that will really give us especially for the younger generation that may not be as into into politics like that for real, that would probably give them something to really latch on to and say, okay, there is a difference, and there are people that are pushing for change and not just accepting ways for what they are. And unfortunately, Democrats and Republicans kind of represent the old way of how America has always been. And when you talk to younger kids, those are the things that you see. So I'm happy to see, but I'm definitely ready to see, to Chris's point, is what does it look like at the end of the year? And hopefully people aren't just supporting by mouth, they're really supporting by dollar, because those campaigns aren't cheap. And talking ain't gonna get you into that seat to battle against the powers that be, as people we love to mention, and we know that it's evident that some people just have a stronghold over the House. And also another thing is that even if he is speaking into existence, if he is presented with the opportunity to be the president of the United States, he's going to be faced with a lot of challenges because, of course, independent, I don't think I've ever seen anyone even be close to winning independence. If he even stirred the pot up to gain enough of a snowball effect to really get people on board, that's going to be a completely different shift in power. So I want to see what it looks like, because I've never seen it. And with this being one of the first times that I would actually be voting for a president, it's definitely going to mean a lot to see of what some of his values and some of the things that he's actually going to try to push for. And I hope it's just not what the Republicans dropped the ball on the Democrats. Is really looking at it from a perspective of what do you envision America looking like, and how can you really, put that piece to the puzzle to make everything move forward within your 4-year term.
One thing I do want to say though is that that kind of scares me, and you touched on it on two aspects, is that he's running independent, but the reason why it scares me is because, like you said, that party, if you want to call it a political party, really doesn't get any traction or anything going for it when it comes to the presidential race seriously. So that's my only concern and worry. And then I know that he's saying that he's running under the People Party. So even if that's not even independent anymore and that actually becomes an actual party, then I wish he would have announced that he was running as early as Kanye West did. So then therefore he could start getting people accustomed to what the People Party is, so then people can actually do the research, learn about the People Party, get an understanding, and he could start saying, this is what the People Party is, this is who is associated with the People Party, or people that are associated with the People Party that are in tune and in line with what I'm trying to do when I do run for president in my campaign and everything. And then so therefore we have a true understanding of what that party represents and what it all entails. So that's my one thing that kind of scares me and worries me about it. But other than that, again, it's a black man running. So that's a good thing. But I also do know that, like you said, if he is blessed to be the second black president in America, I know it's going to be just as hard for him as it was for Obama to push certain ideologies, to push certain agendas, to get certain things pushed out under his reign as president, because America's still America. So, white folks only gonna let so much happen when it comes to allowing the progression of black movement in America. So
yeah, you hit it right on the head. I mean, there's a difference between Juneteenth and July 4th. We're aware of that, so and I think one key point for real is that it's unfortunate that he had to pick a side of being independent and not gaining a lot of steam. And I just think that not to make this a pessimistic approach at all, but if he would have mentioned it earlier, he would have gained a lot more steam, because even though money is powerful, I don't think people maybe from especially different generations, realize the power of social media. This could have got a lot more attention. And just to be honest with you, I mean, Kanye cool, he's a businessman, do his thing, but this could have been way more impressionable than hearing Kanye West running for president, just to be real with you. So like if I had my team behind me, I'm like, you know what, let me go ahead and not just mention it then, but don't let it get too close to being, the third quarter and fourth quarter of the year, and then you mentioned that you're running for 2024. You lost a lot of traction that you could have picked up, while other people that may not be as impactful as you are, we could be getting, interviews now. Of course, it's going to be coming out. We're going to get the whole story. I'm pretty sure it won't take more than 2 weeks for us to know what his real agenda is. But the power of social media would have really made this like a storm. That's like, okay, this is coming. He on the way. So, yeah, that was a good point. Really great point.
Just to give y'all an idea of it, the last independent that ran that had even any type of notoriety and esteem was Ross Perot, back in the late 1900s, and they said he did a great job, and he only received like right at 20% when it came to the votes. It was
actually, that's really damn good though. 20%,
right? That's pretty good. Yeah. But when you look at the overall numbers, like, man, you ain't even close. But the simple fact that he did that as an independent is like huge. So that lets you know how important it is